I never imagined I'd hear the words my wife said that night. I thought I knew the limits of our marriage, the boundaries, the unspoken agreements that we had built over 10 years. But when she looked at me, calm and deliberate, and said, "I want you to agree to let me go on a date with someone else," my world tilted. I froze. My mind tried to process the sentence, to make sense of it. Maybe I misheard. Maybe it was a joke. But the way she looked at me, eyes steady, unapologetic, almost expectant, told me she meant every word. What are you saying?" I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. "I'm saying I want to explore," she replied. "I don't feel fulfilled anymore. I want to go out, just one date, but only if you agree." I stared at her, incredulous. 10 years of marriage, countless nights together, dreams we had shared, and now she wanted permission to betray me. Permission. It felt absurd, humiliating, crushing. "I can't believe you're asking this," I said, voice shaking. "You're literally asking me to allow you to cheat." She shrugged, as if it were the most reasonable thing in the world. "It's not cheating if it's agreed upon. It's honesty. I'm being honest with you, and I want you to be honest with yourself. If you trust me, you'll let me go." Trust? The word echoed in my head like a cruel joke. Trust is supposed to mean faith in someone, faith that they won't deliberately hurt you. But here she was, twisting it, asking me to condone betrayal under the guise of honesty. I didn't answer immediately. I couldn't. I left the room to clear my head, walking through our quiet house, feeling the weight of the request press down on me. I thought about our kids, our life, the memories we had built, and then I thought about myself, my dignity, my self-respect, the betrayal I would feel if I agreed. When I returned, she was waiting, calm, composed, expecting me to consent. She smiled faintly, as if it were obvious I would agree. "I need an answer," she said, and that's when I realized something important. This wasn't just about the date. This was about control, about power, about testing the limits of my patience, my loyalty, my love. She was trying to assert dominance under the guise of honesty. "No," I said firmly. "I will not agree to this. I won't give permission for someone to hurt me, to betray the vows we made." Her face flickered. Shock, anger, disbelief. "You're being unreasonable," she said, tone sharp. "It's not like I've done anything yet. You could let me explore without, making it permanent." I shook my head. "It's not about permanence. It's about respect. You don't get to test the limits of my love by asking me to accept betrayal. That's not honesty. That's cruelty." She laughed, a short, bitter sound. "Cruelty? I'm the one asking for transparency. You're the one being rigid. Don't you want me to be happy?" "Happiness doesn't come from hurting the people you claim to love," I replied. "I want honesty, yes. But honesty doesn't mean permission to betray. It means accountability, integrity, loyalty. And clearly, those aren't priorities for you anymore." She glared at me, her eyes sharp, searching for a crack, a sign of weakness. But I remained steady, unwavering. I could feel the shift in power, not her power over me, but my power to define my boundaries, my self-respect, my standards. The next few days were tense. She tried reasoning, manipulating, pleading, but I didn't budge. I realized that sometimes love isn't about compromise. It's about refusing to sacrifice your dignity for someone else's whims. Then the truth revealed itself in ways I hadn't expected. In her attempt to push boundaries, she exposed the depth of her betrayal. I discovered she had been seeing someone for months already. Her honest request for a date a thin veil over the reality she had created. I confronted her again, calmly this time. "You didn't ask for permission. You've already done it. And now you want to test me further?" Her face paled. The smirk vanished. The bravado dissolved into something fragile. For the first time, she realized that honesty cannot excuse deceit, that asking for permission doesn't erase betrayal, that consequences are inevitable. I made my choice. I would not participate in a marriage where my love was conditional on tolerating betrayal. I refused to stay silent. I refused to be complicit. I refused to let her redefine my boundaries to suit her desires. And in the weeks that followed, she felt the consequences. The charm, the manipulation, the expectation that I would bend, all met resistance. She realized, painfully, that actions have consequences, that even honesty, when mixed with betrayal, cannot undo the hurt caused. I focused on myself, on rebuilding my life, on reclaiming the respect and dignity she had tried to undermine. And I let her see, through her own choices, that that betrayal has a price she was now paying in full. Sometimes the best way to handle a cheating spouse isn't with revenge or shouting, it's with boundaries, self-respect, and letting the truth of their actions reveal itself. And that night, when she asked me to agree to let her go out on a date with another, I realized something critical. Love isn't about submission. It's about integrity, honesty, and the courage to walk away when those values are violated. She asked for permission, expecting compliance. I gave none. And in that refusal, I found clarity, strength, and the beginning of reclaiming my life.